If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others.
Grab your popcorn and sit back.
Jump the gun. Oh, no, give me more than that. Okay, go this way. That was dumb. We are.
How could I tell you when nobody wants to? Your fatal words I will choke.
Happy Thursday to everyone in the sports universe. It is August the 25th, 2022. I'm so sorry to Kobe Bryant and the family of the Bryants because I totally whooshed. There was 8:24 yesterday, but thankfully Sammy gave us a good show. But yeah, this is the AM Drive on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages. And for Aaron Crouch, I am Michael Carvello saying, how you feeling, buddy?
I woke up feeling like I got hit by a bus today, but we are here and we are doing the AM Drive and we press on. And, you know, I always, obviously in today's times, when you wake up feeling like this, you really hope it's not the dreaded C word.
Oh.
But shout out to Sammy, man. What a top 5 list yesterday. It's you know, a little bit of tears, a little bit of waterworks. Bring out your tissues. But yeah, happy Kobe Bryant Day. 8:24 yesterday. I did put it up on Twitter, but yeah, I mean, it's always kind of a bittersweet feeling with that. But shout out to is it Vanessa Bryant, his wife's name?
Yeah.
Taking down the LA County system there. We talked about that a couple weeks back or a week back about my worst of the weekend was if this is true that these photos are being illegally taken and distributed. And I saw a lot of people, a lot of hate. She won $16 million, and a lot of people are like, well, she doesn't need that money. And really, you're probably right, but it's sheer principle on the fact that this is what our county officials and our county employees and our city employees are doing. They're taking pictures of a celebrity like they're you're not paparazzi. Do your job.
And another thing I want to add to that, not you mention that, is it's funny how people say, well, she doesn't need that. Okay, well, you're right. Maybe she should not take it. Are you stupid? Like, what? They gotta be the stupidest people on earth that say that crap.
It would be cool to see her like donate that to some sort of charity. That's maybe cool. Like teenage girls, like, getting into basketball, maybe something, maybe even the WNBA.
I was give it to the WNBA.
I was about to say, Lord knows they need it, but
funny.
I'm just saying, like, hey, there are avenues she could do with her money. Maybe she keeps it. I mean, that's not for us to decide. I'd love to see her donate that money. You're right. She probably doesn't need that money, but I think she put a really big, punch in the gut for what those people did. And, kudos to her. But yeah, other than that, I woke up feeling like I got hit by a bus today.
Well, good to see you're feeling good today. We are brought to you by our YouTube. Search AM Drive with Milk and Aaron for the best segments in one place.
Your name's Milk now?
Or 2% for short. That's not really short, but you get it. But yeah,
you're getting a little spazzy lately.
No,
today was Milk and Aaron. Yesterday was the Carolina Panthers. You're getting a little weird.
By the way, we had 15 views on our YouTube show yesterday, and I know people were saying, "Ha, you idiots!" Well, to be fair, that's like the most we've ever had on a full show on YouTube. So I don't even think we had to hit 10 before. So 15 was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a slow build.
Mm-hmm. Cody took 6 years. We'll be all right. We're talking to him tomorrow, by the way.
Nice. Can't wait.
Yeah. Another thing I want to mention is Shaquem Griffin. Remember him? Before the one-on basketball player, there was the one-on football player, Shaquem Griffin. Obviously, twin brother of Shaquille. And apparently, if you read up on this stuff, which I was doing a little bit of last night, apparently Shaquem and Shaquille have like a really good story. Like many people have told them it could be a movie one day, if sooner rather than later. I don't know the backstory. All I know is obviously he's got, one wrist, to put it lightly. But it's pretty cool.
He's got two wrists. He just has one hand.
Yeah, well, they always say one arm. Yeah, you're right. But he still made an NFL roster multiple times, which is good. Obviously, he was never going to pan out, but it's really cool to see him finally be satisfied with his life. He said now he's on to plan A, and plan A apparently is his dad telling the boys when they were younger, make the world a better place with whatever you do. So he said plan B was football. He's glad his brother can do it, but yeah. Shout out Shaquem, man. That's a good story.
It is. And, I mean, you kind of nailed it on the head there. I mean, obviously, home for me, they played football at my alma mater, UCF. So I remember seeing Shaquille and Shaquem before the world saw Shaquille and Shaquem, mostly Shaquem, obviously. Like, I remember the first time I watched Shaquem play, I remember seeing, I'm like, something's not right here. Like, something on my screen is not right now.
Huh.
And it turns out, I mean, the guy was missing a hand, and he was still the best player on the field.
Yes.
I mean, that's not commonplace here. So, kudos to everything, all the adversity that Shaquem has overcome. But, it's time to move on. Time to move on to plan A, as he said in his retirement speech. And, like you said, it was an awesome career, an awesome story of inspiration to see what people can still achieve despite setbacks.
I want to full disclosure here. You threw me off there because I was a little bit to praise our fans of the show behind you, and you gave us a dirty look. So I was not very happy for those that are listening and not watching.
Well, the crazy thing is,
Come on, man.
I'm not upset. It's honestly, it's comical at this point. Like getting prepped for the show, getting set up. We go on, or we connect 15, 20 minutes before the show starts. And I have 3 dogs, and they all just sit here. They don't move. I mean, there's literally a dog. There's no dogs in this room right now. They don't move. They don't move. They don't make a peep. And then as soon as we hit record, it's like they want to go on fucking scavenger hunts.
I love it.
It's
Someone
the
will sleep
craziest
behind
thing.
you. It's great.
Yeah, he's not there today.
You better watch out for that guy.
Yeah, well. He's going to kill me in my sleep.
Let's get into that. Was the best introduction we've ever had, to be fair. Tom Brady was almost a Raider, according to PR promoter guy and UFC head Dana White. So take that with whatever salt you like. I say it's a pretty good grain of salt. I don't think he was just BS just to BS. And then Tom Brady. Now, I thought this was crazy. I forgot which podcast I was watching, but it was like a couple years ago, Tom Brady went on The Shop and said he had almost gone to another team, but the other team chose their current quarterback. And he said it as a joke and almost serious at the same time. You mean you'll take that you-know-what over me? I wasn't even thinking about that part of it. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good point. Then you have the fact that Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady could have met twice a year. Like, forget the Super Bowl. It was Nick Wright who brought it up. I didn't even realize that, but it was like when Tom Brady was on The Shop, he was talking about that stuff. Anyways, Aaron, what was your thoughts when you first heard this? And do you think Raiders could have done what the Buccaneers did? Because I don't think so.
Yeah, that's tough to really say that in the AFC because, of all of the talent, it seems like in the AFC, going to the NFC was the better route for Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. And I remember that famous quote of like, you chose that MF over me, and there were so many different people it could have been. I think ultimately they landed on that it was Ryan Tannehill, I think was what it was. But yeah, you had, Ryan Tannehill was an option, Derek Carr was an option, and even Jimmy Garoppolo was an option. I think they were talking about like the 49ers, but nobody ever really knew. I mean, the other situation was, how he almost went to Miami. So, I don't remember who the quarterback was at that point. Was it Tua at that point?
No.
That's Tua, right? Or Ryan Fitzpatrick or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was Ryan.
But, any of those options, I could see like why are you choosing? But the David, I keep wanting to call him David. Derek
Because
Carr.
you're old. It's okay.
I am old. First. I remember David Carr. Yeah,
right.
Even as short as his career was. Yeah, Derek Carr seems like the least likely of like quarterbacks of that clump that Tom Brady would say, you chose that MF over me. So I don't know if I necessarily think that those two stories add up, that this story adds up to, Tom Brady's comments. But yeah, you're right. I mean, having to face Mahomes twice a year would have obviously been fun. Having Tom Brady in Vegas personally would have been fun.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, as a personal, if he can't be in Vegas for 8 games, 9 games a year, then I'm really happy he's on the Bucs. They got a Super Bowl ring, and barring injuries this year, they're a favorite to get back into that thick of it next this upcoming season as well. But I don't know. I mean, Brady on the Raiders just would not have seemed right, especially after all those Raiders fans. Now I know they're in Oakland and LA, but there's Raiders fans still that come to Vegas or are in Vegas. Like, they don't forget the Tuck Rule game. So do you really want Tom Brady? I don't think they really wanted Tom Brady, like Raider fans. Now,
that would be fun.
Can you imagine? Like, I can't imagine the opening of the Raiders coming to Vegas being any bigger, because it was pretty big already, despite the fact that COVID, kind of reared its ugly head, and fans couldn't, attend the first year. But could you imagine how big Brady would have done it if he was a Raider and they were coming to Vegas? That would have been an interesting way to bring the Raiders to Vegas. Tom Brady, the face of the league, the best quarterback in the NFL, wholeheartedly. But
I'm glad your video feed spazzed out. That was good. That was good timing.
Is that? Yeah, surely it did. Best quarterback in the NFL. Best quarterback in the NFL. I can just make a whole show saying that. Yeah, that would have been a hell of an opening for Vegas. That would be doing Vegas right. Oh, here comes the Raiders. Oh, and led by Tom Brady. But sometimes these things don't happen.
Because you like Tampa Bay. What about Tom and the Braiders?
Oh God, no.
You got anything better?
No, but I can't think of anything worse.
Or the Lost Bradys? I don't know.
No, I don't have anything, but no, we should not do Tom and the Braiders.
The Brady Bunch? I don't know. That's
the Las Vegas Tom Braiders.
That's so bad. Though I think Tampa sells a lot more shirts.
Probably it's so. And even that one's
us.
Bad too. That one's
it's
bad
too. It's not hypothetical, but yeah. Kevin Durant will move forward. This after Joe Tsai laughed in his face. Let's be honest. This dude has 4 years left on his deal starting this year. And it's like, wait, Kevin Durant, look me in the eyes and tell me what you just told me. It's us or them. No, it's your permanent ink or nothing. Like, you signed a contract, dip crap. Like, get over your snake bitten self. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff. Besides, I guess, making more ticket sales. I have no idea. All I know is that Kevin Durant realized he was stupid, and now he's going to move forward. Good, you had no choice.
Yeah, it's really funny if you look at, what so much promise 2 years ago when the Nets built this big three, and it was Harden, who was looking for a title, Kyrie, who had the clutch gene, with the whole 2000, what was that, 16-17 finals, whichever one it was. And now you look at the Nets, and it's still Irving and Durant, which Irving has gone through quite a year. Whatever side you sit on, I don't care. I don't want to get into it. But the fact of the matter is, he played 29 games. He had, support from people who probably hadn't supported him ever in their life and probably wanted him to see him, his career being over. I didn't support him. I support the decision. I don't support him. I think he's weird. You have Kevin Durant, who's requesting trades, and now you have Ben Simmons on this team. I mean, what is going on? Like, I would be embarrassed right now to be the Nets owner, a Nets fan, all the way down to being a Nets fan. Like, this team is a walking soap opera between Kevin Durant, flip-flopping his mind and just, he's the classic I'm a problem, but I can't figure out or admit that I am the problem. Like, what's that? Narcissist, I think, is the right word.
Good
Like,
word.
it's never my fault. And then you have Kyrie, and then it's just, basically, like you said, yeah, he walked in, demanded a trade, and Joe Tsai basically told him, go forget yourself, basically. And then, of course, after basically being told to F off, he comes out with this, we coach Steve Nash and I and Joe and the GM, we're gonna work together. It's like, wow, how prepared was that statement for you? They were basically telling you, dude, you can sit on the. I mean, I love it. This hasn't happened in the NBA in a long time, and I mean, I don't know where people are rating him now. Top 5 player. I know people rate him top 2 player of all, of this current era right now. Like, for that to happen to one of the big faces of the league, I absolutely love it. Because as much as I'm okay with player empowerment, I don't like the way players are empowering themselves out of situations when the wind blows the wrong way. You know what I mean?
The wind blows the wrong way.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Ben Simmons with the mental health, and then it's back, and then it's mental health, and then it's his back, and then it's, then it's the fact that he can't shoot free throws. Oh, I can't handle Philly, and it's like, oh my goodness. And then had the Jimmy Butler, who started to look like a real, home wrecker in all the destinations he was at. I mean, it was like I said, I know that's a weird thing to say, but yeah, anyway the wind blows, these guys are just pissed off, like, and they're like, I need a trade. It's like. Yeah, it's like having a walk with kid gloves. And for Joe Tsai to basically just say, and then Kevin walks in and says, I want to trade. He's like, okay, the only thing I'm trading you is Pokemon cards. That's it, bro. So, I mean,
that's not a Japanese joke, by the way, guys.
Is he Japanese?
He's like Asian.
I don't think it wasn't a race-related joke at all. I had Pokemon cards when I was a kid. They're that old. So
yeah, they're incredible.
I never understood them. I just knew when I was a kid,
they're cool.
They were valuable. I would a lot of times I would prey on the kids who didn't realize what they had, and then like go sell it to a shop or keep it. I have a few, actually. I couldn't tell you where they are, but I probably still kept a few. My parents probably threw them away, but anyways, long story short, kudos to the owner Joe Tsai for really standing up to this. I know that they're calling it player empowerment, but there's got to be a more correct term for it. It's really just tantrum till you get your way. And I don't know what the right word for that is other than throwing temper tantrums.
When was the last time we were actually live doing a show?
Probably like May or...
I think it was August the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about us two, but because right now on Twitter, just check it while you're on the break, and we'll come back and we'll talk some more. But apparently this was not the record studio. This was the live studio on accident.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
I'm okay with that, but it still has been blowing my mind for the last 5 minutes.
All right. Well, how about we take a quick commercial break? Speaking of being live, and come back.
Anyway. We're still with the same show.
All right. Well, screw it. Let's go. Let's go all the way through, baby. Marathon, man.
We got one more thing here. Oh, we got 2 more things. You want to take a break or no?
No, let's go. Marathon show. No sponsors. Right. Let's go. Sponsors get the day off.
Sponsors. Yeah, they're promotional links. Let's be honest. Okay, so. Well, why don't you talk about the Fanatics first, though? This show is great.
No sponsors today. You can leave it in the corner, but no sponsors today.
I like that. That's cool.
You can leave it in the corner. That's fine, but no reads. Let's rock and roll.
All right.
Let's go. Ground zero, foundational show here.
Right. The wait is over. No. Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. This came out. some very few things in sports, like some things I'm like, okay, I saw that coming. Very few things in sports are like, in your face, Michael. This is one of those moments. Like when I heard like the Tiger was getting together with a couple of golfers and they were going to meet together. I didn't realize it was a scouting. It was a scouting combine. Okay, because that's what it seems like. Now we get the TGL, and I have $5 for any on my Cash App for anybody that finds out what the TGL stands for without Googling it, because it's not on any of their Twitter pages. Okay, so, but Tiger and Rory, apparently, this is their middle finger, for lack of a better term, to the LIV. How about the TGL? Thoughts on this? I think the video is pretty cool.
I mean, the video is cool. It really, it really looks like a Top Golf session on steroids.
Yeah.
And see, I don't know if I quite understand it. It seems like they're not obviously playing on golf courses, so
right.
It's not golf per se. The tournament schedule. So I don't know. I don't want to just say it's crap because I mean, really, I just learned about this 20 minutes ago. I mean, maybe 25 minutes ago. Like I woke up to this announcement and I don't know if I quite understand what's going on here. Like to me, it's blending golf, technology, fan interaction. But what does that mean? I mean, I watched the video, and if you haven't watched the video, I think Mike, you put it on our Twitter page. But yeah, what does this stuff mean? Like, what are we? I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get all of this, later on as this stuff is released. I guess you could say. But
right,
if this is the response, just on face value right now, I don't like it. I don't like it.
You purist. I like it. I love it, dude.
Purist standpoint, I know Tiger and Rory said it's been in the works for 2 years, but it really just seems like it's slapped together like a bad sandwich.
What? I love your lingo today, man. I love it. You should get hit by a bus more often.
I'm feeling a little better as the show goes, and now it kind of makes me laugh that we're live.
Kind of right. No, I was grinning for the last, so you can have your grinning 5 minutes here. I think this actually screams, and no offense to Saudi Arabian victims, I'm kidding. This actually screams hit or miss. You don't like that joke, but it's hit or miss to me.
Oh, that was a joke. Like, okay, my bad.
It's either like going to be really good, or it's going to be like really stupid and done after a year or whatever season is for them. Well, I can't imagine there being any middle ground where it just grows itself and looks good. I think it's either going to be like wham in your face. We should do this every Monday. Talk about it on the show during football season. Not going to happen. Or we can we're just never going to talk about it again because it's just horrible and sell your blood. Like that's all I can think of here.
And it definitely. I didn't realize I was unmuted, and I actually clicked mute. See, now I got the live jitters. And it definitely looks like they've had Twitter. I don't know if celebrities are right word. What's the blue check marks?
Verified.
They've had a lot of people verified that have come out, and basically they're trying to promote this. I mean, SI is Monday Night Golf, and there's. There's Jason Sobel is like, I don't think people are comprehending the idea of a 48-year-old Tiger Woods, shirt untucked, hat backwards, firing 4-iron lasers into a simulator and fist bumping Rory McIlroy on your TV every night for 4 months. I'm like, doesn't excite me at all. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. That sounds.
One of the first comments of that is called "Poor Stiff." I think you're forgetting Tiger Woods is not interesting or entertaining at all off the course, nor is Rory. Capital One matches were duds.
I disagree. But I'm a guy who will watch people play golf on YouTube sometimes when I'm just like
Oh,
trying to find things to watch. Like my wife likes to watch people play video games on YouTube. I mean, different strokes for different folks, but this idea of hitting it into simulators and yeah, hitting it into like a screen. Like I said, I don't really know what's going on, but like I don't like playing golf in a simulator. I damn sure don't want to watch it. I don't know if you're familiar with golf. Like they have these bays where you can hit the ball, mostly in like golf shops and stuff, where you hit the ball into like what's like a projection screen, and then it simulates your shots. I
seen
mean, it's
that.
cool if it's raining and you can't go outside and play golf. It's a nice alternative, but like I'm not watching this on, like you said, on primetime TV. I'm not watching this. I'm not sitting down to watch this. This is not much TV for me, so I'm not.
No!
But then again, neither is Live Golf at this moment. So it's not like I'm saying I'm choosing one over the other. I'm really, in my mind, I'm thinking golf is getting corny lately. These team matchups. And look, I'll admit, like I watched DJ and his team aces celebrate a win and they were pouring champagne on each other. I'm like, this is silly. So, I mean, and Live Golf, from what I've seen, is a little cheesy as well. So this is not me defending
Really?
or choosing Live Golf, and I don't particularly like the format necessarily. Like I'm hoping Live Golf changes something here, but my real interest, if I had to take one peak interest of this TGL concept, is who are they going to get? Now, are they a modified brand of Live Golf where this is a branch off? Now, these obviously it's in partnership with the PGA Tour, but are they just going to start throwing money at guys like Colin Morikawa and Scotty
Yes.
Scheffler?
Yes.
And hey, come on this Monday night simulation show, and we'll give you 10 million for the 5 months or 4 months or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. I really have to see it or get more information. But on face value, to me, this looks a little ridiculous.
Couple comments here. I retweeted them as well. I want to see Rory downing a few pints and talking smack to Tiger. That's pretty funny. Another one is Tiger can't walk, so he brilliantly designed a golf game where he doesn't have to walk.
Boom! There it is. It's awesome. Now Tiger Woods moves the needle. I get it. I just don't know if this tech-infused golf league, and maybe that's what the TGL is, tech-infused golf league.
Or technologically golf league. I don't know.
Well, here's a article that says the new venture, the tech-infused golf league, will tee off
Is that what it's
January
called?
2024. I think it's called the tech-infused golf league.
I'm out. Horrible name.
Excuse me, I had a hiccup now.
Horrible name. That's a horrible. That just sounds like a failure. Sounds like a failure.
I need more info, but if you're asking me to judge it on face value, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. And to me, it's more team play. Like I know you can't have more Ryder Cups, but like something like more Ryder Cups, more President's Cups, more team matchups. Maybe in the off season, or to me, this just isn't it. But who knows? I could be proven wrong, and I wouldn't mind to be happily proven wrong. Like this is something that if it is actually interesting and engaging, while I might not watch it live, I may watch it, on a replay. Or the good thing for the TGL, I'm assuming with the PGA's contract with CBS, or if they can find another provider, I'm assuming this will be on television, which is already a step above what Live Golf can't do right now.
I want to. When I first saw the acronym TGL, I was like, "Oh, that sounds like a familiar organization." The LGBT whatever. Yeah, okay. That's the first thing I thought of. Like that's the letters I thought of immediately. Another thing is, I want to stay pro Live from now on. But I know as a journalist who is trying to travel, I don't want to have my head, just so I'm going to try to keep it A- here when I'm talking Live Golf.
Well, I think you just signed your death warrant after you just did this.
Okay, enough of that. That was fun, though.
Once you make it famous, people are going to dig this up. Just don't forget that. People will dig this up.
Well, they're going to dig up me whenever. Yeah, whatever. Another thing is, I want to have the 54 live. I wish I remember that guy's first name. I forgot what he told us to call him. But anyways, him and Tony Johnson on one show would be pretty fascinating to talk about the TGL.
I think what we should do is we should get all four of us in the studio, and then welcome to the AM Drive. Ask a question, and then take our cameras off, and then just let them go for the rest of the show. Just take our cameras down, and it's just those two in these two spots. And that's it. Just one starts a 30-minute argument, discussion, conversation between Tony Johnson
would need
and 54
25 of those. So
that's fine. What if Tony doesn't let him get a word in, he's got to come to the table. He's got to inject himself.
Team Tony.
He's got to get tech infused.
That's so horrible. What a terrible name. I would call it TGL too if I came up with that crappy name. Okay. College football win totals. Full disclosure, these things are hard because I've noticed that NFL, you know a little bit more about it. I have no idea if USC is going to be good or not, but they're dang sure on my list here. So without taking advice from me, why don't we get the professional better over here, Aaron Crouch, to go first for college football? Give me your first team over here, college football win totals.
So my first team, realistically here, is Arizona State over 6.
Where did you get that from?
Well, let me finish.
Okay,
I believe the Pac-12 is, while it has a couple good teams at the top, 6 is not a great number. Herm Edwards has been able to do that going forward, so far in his season. So it was really a last-minute addition to this. Arizona State over 6 for me was one that I had, and I think this is a team that gets bowl eligible. I think they're going to probably finish around the 8-4 mark here in this spot.
The only thing I know about Arizona State was Herm Edwards, and I had forgotten that until you mentioned he was their coach again. So there you go. Clemson at 10.5. That's pretty generous for a team that still has DJ Uiagalelei as quarterback. So I'm going to go Clemson under 10.5. Sorry, Dabo Swinley. I just feel like the Ace.
Dabo Swinley. Are you
Swin? The old swindler. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Clemson anymore. I love Dabo, but eventually God, wears out, as you've seen with time. So it's whatever.
If you say so. All right. Next on my list is Kansas, the Jayhawks. Their win totals 2.5.
Yes.
I am going under. I see one win on their schedule, and it's their first game. And it's traditional. Anytime Kansas wins a game against a Division I opponent, they storm the field.
Yep.
So I'm going to take the 2.5. I'm going to take the under on this one. They're projected to win 2 games on a lot of simulations here, with a 0.4 conference win on the SP meter here in this point. So yeah, I think 2.5 is really, it sounds crazy, but I think it's a really safe bet.
I like it. Under 2, that's actually generous for 2.5. So I dig that. Next up for me, I'm going to go Michigan. I talk like this because this is how Michigan people talk. I'm kidding. I've got Michigan over 9.5. Has anyone paid attention to what Jim Harbaugh and the crew have done since he got there? They do nothing but win. Even if it's not to Ohio State, they win every other game. And they have a good defense. And so I don't know why it's only 9.5. So I'm going to go over.
You know how I love my boy Kenny Pickett. Well, unfortunately, he's not at Pitt anymore. Neither is Jordan Addison. Neither is their offensive coordinator. However, I think the ACC is a wide open competition here. You're right. I don't know if Clemson while they are the belle of the ball, Clemson, I don't know if they're necessarily the best team in this. Pitt has an 8 over that number here. They, again, won't be as good as last year. They won't be ACC champions, but they have 2 opponents on their schedule that start the season in the top 30. And as far as the SP plus percentage numbers, they have a 30% chance, a 60% chance of going over the 8.5 win total. 9-3 or better, according to all the simulations and projections. So I'm going Pitt over 8.5 wins.
I like that. I'm gonna go USC under 9.5 because I feel like Lincoln Riley, the talk is all cool and all, but I mean, I don't know. Like, what are we expecting of them? Like, they're just going to be automatically contenders. I don't think they've won 7 games for like the last how many ever years. So I'm going to go under 9.5 for USC.
That one was a tough one. I did look at that number, and I mean, if everything goes right and everything Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams, Jordan Addison, stars all aligned, it makes sense that they would go over, that they would win the Pac-12, blah, blah, this. But that's a tough one to look at. I don't know. I don't hate the under 9.5. It's just that's a hard one to get down on for me. So the last one for me is my hometown team here, the UCF Knights. I looked at Florida State as well. Really couldn't figure out where I want. I want to feel optimistic that Mike Norvell has a good turnaround here. Jordan Travis. I just ultimately didn't want to touch it. So UCF here, I'm going to go with a little bit of a happiness hedge, although I think this could still really actually happen. Why are you laughing?
My mom is in the door, staring me down, like it's trying to troll me or something. So I find out we're live. I find out we're live. Then I find out that my mom is just staring at me in the door. I can't explain.
This is quite a show today. Quite a show today. But show. Long story short, I'm going with. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going with UCF under 9.5 as a bit of a happiness hedge. Obviously, 10 wins or greater is going to get them into conference title consideration, maybe even New Year's Six bowls at this point. But also, they have a 71% chance, according to SP Plus, of only winning 9 or less games. So, plus, I don't really know if I love laying minus 130 on under 9.5, but yeah, it's kind of a bit of a happiness edge. Win money if the season doesn't go well. If the season does go well, then we're looking at pretty good things for the Knights.
Another thing I like is Alabama and Ohio State over 10.5. I'm just kind of throwing those in there. I think Ohio State's. I mean, with CJ Stroud, you got on the other side. Alabama's got oh good Lord, Bryce Young, who broke the passing record, albeit at Alabama in his first game. It's pretty good deal. I also have one more because I forgot to do this one, but I found it. I love it. Ready for it?
Yeah.
It's ACC. I love what Mac Brown is doing in North Carolina. I'm going to go over 7.5 because of all the reasons you mentioned about Pitt. I think that's a good one. I feel like Mac Brown's – didn't like they almost beat Clemson one year when Clemson went undefeated? Recently, it was like the first year of the fall off of Clemson. They almost beat them, or they did beat them.
I mean, wasn't last year the first year of the fall off of Clemson?
The year before that, I thought they went undefeated. Everyone knew they were going to suck in the playoff, but they still I think North Carolina almost beat them.
It's possible. I mean, that was the last year of Trevor Lawrence. They weren't as good as the year Trevor Lawrence won the Natty, but yeah, I mean, right. I don't know. Maybe you're, I guess.
Oh, no. I'm stuck on Mac Brownie, okay? Mac
Brown. Fair enough. I like it. We'll have to keep those up and see how they go throughout the course of the season. So be good.
Them here. What a show.
All right, that's gonna do it for this very strange show today.
That was my fault. Full disclosure.
Are we gonna re-air this at 8:00?
Yeah.
I think you gotta.
Yeah, we can re-air it. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna encourage people to watch it though.
Oh, I am, absolutely.
No, I'm
Watch
kidding,
the
it's funny.
show. Watch the show. Yeah. See, the problem is if I say watch the show now and they're watching the replay, they're gonna wait for another show
You
that
liars.
never comes. It's like a continuous loop. You ever watch those? I don't know if they're TikToks or they're little reels where they say something at the end that transitions into the beginning, and you never really realize you're just watching the same reel over and over again. I fell into one time for like 2 or 3 reels. I'm like, what is going on? Anyways, um, it's gonna do it here for us. Tomorrow we got Cody Jansen on the show talking some NLL, talking some hockey. And of course, you've got us, our bright, shiny faces. Hopefully, my face will be a little bit more bright and shiny. But until then, in the meantime, in between time, visit MikeandAaronDrive.com for all the links, including social medias, shops, sponsors, you name it. If it's related to the AM Drive, it's right there at MikeandAaronDrive.com. And Mike wants to say
Everything but
something.
drugs. Everything but drugs is on the
No, we
Mike
don't.
and Aaron Drive.
We don't sell. Yeah, we don't sell drugs. You stopped me for that. That's not funny.
Come on.
All right. For Michael Carvelis, I'm Aaron saying we appreciate you and we're sorry today. So we will see you guys tomorrow with a bright and better show.
Drive safe.